deep in the shadows. I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other.
Hi guys, welcome to the channel. CeeChronicles here. I do post fragrance related content on this platform and do invite you to subscribe in case you're not yet part of the family. To those who are returning, thank you so much guys for your continued support. I have a Paris corner haul. They dropped 2 or 3 fragrances that are not in my collection. I have added them to my collection, but missing one. I am going to hunt that one down and bring it, guys. So the very first one we're going to unbox together is Papillon de Vence, right? I have not smelled this fragrance. This is first impressions. And I'm just going to give you my quick thoughts and we move on to the next one. I was just checking if there are notes written, on Papillon de Vence. They aren't. So this is how you get to the bottle, and that is the bottle. Ooh. It has sort of like a roughness to it, these little bumps, as though it had something dripping on it. Like if you mistakenly open a fizzy drink and it lands on a cup or something and you don't clean that cup for a while, that's the texture of this bottle. The bottle in itself is peach, I think. Okay, so first impressions of Papillon de Vence are going to be, okay. Hello. I don't know, guys. This is certainly a faulty atomizer. Certainly. Without a doubt. Okay, this is, okay, now it's coming, but it kind of feels like I think what they've done with the atomizer here, it must be a very long atomizer where it's sitting right at the bottom. They're not able to actually pump the fragrance out. So I do hope you guys don't experience that. I hope there's not many are going to be like this. This is a floral fragrance, the greenness to it, a slight sweetness to it, the freesia, perhaps the rose, and something in here kind of feels like orange blossom. This is a DNA for those who love green florals, for those who love vivid florals actually, because it is not shy in communicating that it is a floral. Papillon de Vence, to my nose, is not on the crisp side. It's really pushing, that agenda, that green agenda, kind of vibing like Gucci Flora, that sort of thing. I have seen this being compared to Lattafa's, which one was that? The one I came with that was also drawing inspiration of the Gucci Flora. But what I can say about the comparisons of this to that Attiri, it was Attiri, it's called Attiri. What I can say is, I think Attiri is a little bit sweeter. Certainly a little bit sweeter, and the same Attiri, remember, has been compared to Angham. I am not getting an Angham vibe in this, so this is certainly pushing, that greenness more to the surface and having sort of like a little bit of a seriousness about it, like a mature feel about it. But yeah, certainly mental shortcut, guys. If you love that Gucci Flora, then you're gonna love this. I'm just a little bit worried about this atomizer. I just think, I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Maima where she can really work it out and see if it gets better. But it just looks as though there's something absolutely wrong with this, and I do hope, guys, you don't get to experience this, because what a beautiful bottle, but what is going on here? Anyway, guys, it just took me by surprise. I was not expecting that. I have another one of the same line of that Papillon. So let's see if the atomizer in here is okay, because I'd hate to have the two of them malfunction, because then that would mean that it's something that is going to happen to other people that purchase this fragrance. So this is Jardin de Papillon. So we are to expect a garden of florals. So let's see if this one is a fragrance that I like. Remember, I did not say I do not like that the first one I unboxed. It's just that it's not a sweet fragrance to my nose. Fingers crossed the atomizer here is not faulty, right? So this is how the bottle looks close up. It kind of has that color that looks like the inside of an avocado. If you have avocados, the inside of them looks like this. Okay, now this one is okay. So it's probably hard luck on my part when it comes to the first one. This one is certainly okay. All right, this is a lemony, citrusy, sweet fragrance. It's highlighting a candied lemon, where it feels very gourmand in that lemoniness. It's not really asserting itself as a super crisp fragrance, and as much as it does have the zestiness there, at the top, it has a candied lemon about it, something which they played around as well within Zesty, and Zesty is one of the fragrances I love. So this is certainly on the plus side. I do not have a problem with this, just based off what I'm getting here, but it's not vivid in its gourmandness, right? It has those citruses, candied lemon, something there that feels even biscuity, and now it's beginning to feel a lot like that Devotion by D&G. Okay, so that is a fragrance whose DNA been given by a lot of companies. Lattafa gave us Victoria. If this is Paris Corner's take on that, what I will simply have to do is I will have to bring it together with the rest, or maybe not, because I did do a video before where I had them. I had Victoria, I had Afnan's Delicious Bouquet. I think I came with a Fragrance World one now, and now this. So I might not, bring all of them again at the same time, but I might compare this one to Delicious Bouquet, because when I came with Victoria and the other one from Fragrance World, I told you that the Delicious Bouquet by Afnan was the one that was quite hitting it for me. So I might compare this one with Delicious Bouquet, but what I can say offset is it's not as sweet as Delicious Bouquet. I do get that D&G Devotion vibe, so kind of feels like that's what they were going for, guys, in Jardin's the Papillon. I was expecting something very green. The first one actually is very green than the second one that I gave you. Next up, we have this one, which is Peseviron Fig Hug. This one has been likened to Born to Stand Out Fig Porn. I have smelled that fragrance before in store. It wasn't memorable for me to want to add to my collection. And this I'm saying based on if money permitted. It's not like I move around smelling fragrances and just buying them, but I'm just saying it was okay. I mean, there were other fragrances that I could put my money on if I had the money. Now let's see what Paris Corner has done with this Fig Hug. I'm not here to compare it with that Born to Stand Out Fig Porn. I'm going to talk about what I feel about it independently. And in this Peseviron line, they gave us the brown one, which drew inspiration of Althea. And I'm yet to bring that one and compare it with the rest of them. So anyway, this is the green one. So this, I am to expect a lot of fig, because that is what they have put there as the name of the fragrance, Fig Hug. So let's see how figgy this one is. And the good thing about it is it does have the notes there. Okay, so it lists the note of fig and lemon and the pink peppercorns at the top. Mid is whipped cream, jasmine and rose, and the base of this is fig milk, white musk and cedarwood. So double dose of fig, the other one being the milk. Yes, it is green leaning. Does feel like the peel of the fig than the actual fruit in itself. I, guys, have this vivid, almost photorealistic smell of the fig in my head every time I see a fig fragrance, because we grew up around those, and it's so realistic and memorable in the sense that if you opened the fig and you just ate it with the peel there on the side, and that milky thing went on your mouth, then you are gonna have sores, like like those sores that you have when you have like a really terrible headache and you end up with those sores. What are they called? I can't remember. Where you have mouth sores and stuff. That's what the fig milk does. And it's something that as a kid, with or without supervision, you will learn not to do it again. It's almost like what you get from the mangoes. When you pick the mangoes and that mango milk gets on your hands, it burns you. So that's exactly what the fig does. Some people use that milk to tattoo themselves and stuff because it does burn. And they believe that if they use it in a certain pattern, then you have like a permanent scar or something like that. But anyway, this does highlight the fig, guys. It's a green tease of a fragrance, not too intensely green, but like a green fresh fruitiness about it. I'm not getting like a very spicy pepper type of a fragrance, not that I was expecting to, but it does list the note of those peppercorns. So it is green with a little bit of a spiciness, and then it gets into the florals. And they have listed the jasmine and the rose there, and there is something certainly zesty about this fragrance. Though it does say whipped cream, I wouldn't say rush and purchase this for the whipped cream. It's keeping to the green theme. So it might be a fragrance that's going to be favored by those people that love green, you know, fragrances. Something that's going to remind you of walking in a garden of flowers, the leaves of the flowers, you know, than actually the scented flowers. So that is what I get in this. Whipped cream, not at all. If it comes out, then it comes out, but I'm not getting whipped cream you know, from this. Based on the full size bottles that I've shown you, my favorite is going to be Jardin's the Papillons. I was not expecting to love this fragrance, guys. I was not expecting to love it at all. This is the winner based on the fact that it does have that gourmand accord, the candied lemon. As for whether I'm going to keep it or give it away, it's going to depend, because I have this profile, right, in other variations, and I don't know why the Middle Eastern houses do it like that. I guess perhaps everybody wants a piece of the pie, you know, when it comes to some of these fragrances. But there are some DNAs that keep recurring, and if you don't watch reviews, you end up with like a lot of the same thing that smells the same. Yes, this is giving me D&G devotion. This is kind of giving me something that is a standalone, but has been likened to that fig pork. And that is going to be it when it comes to full sizes. I am going to run through some samples that I have here so that we just get the Paris corners out of the way. I got the samples of Haiji Scent. The first one's going to be Zahi. Zahi, the one that comes in a square blue bottle, right? A square blue bottle. I think it's a two-toned blue bottle actually, and that is where it says Zahi, guys, if you can see that. Okay, and Haiji Scent have taken a further step to ensure that the decants are leak proof by adding an extra foil there at the top so that your fragrance does not leak. Let us spray it on a blotter and then I'll tell you my thoughts. So this is Paris Corner Zahi. It comes in a blue bottle, so maybe this is going to be on the fresh side. Oh, okay. I kind of like what it's doing almost immediately. This is a fruity floral, sharing equal shine to both the fruits and the florals. It's floral, it's fruity, but it's more floral in nature. It has a sort of like bold white florals, maybe a jasmine, maybe even magnolia. I wasn't expecting this one to vibe like this, guys, because this, I thought, based on the color of the bottle, is going to be aquatic, and no, it's not. It is reminding me of something though. It is, I think this one might have caramel. It kind of feels like a more softened take to Casablanca, and Casablanca by Swiss Arabian in itself has been re-released. They gave us the first Casablanca, the one I always say is very heady to me and gives me a headache, and now they have another one. So if at all this is what they were going for, this is what Paris Corner was going for, then maybe they're going for the second Casablanca, because this is more softer. The original Casablanca to me is super heady, and yeah, I do get a likeness. I wouldn't say it's 100% like a Casablanca clone, but this Zahi is certainly not on the aquatic side. So if you were like me and you were looking at it and avoiding it, thinking it's going to be on the aquatic side, it's not. It's a floral that's sweet with that vanilla and caramel. Now the next one, guys, is the Serene Grove. Let me just take it out of the the plastic. I might actually add that Zahi in full size now that I have smelled it. Okay, so this is Le Dispo. Okay, Le Dispo Serene Grove. This is from Haiji Scent, so thank you so much to Haiji Scent for sending me these decants, because I get to make an informed decision as to whether I actually need to add a fragrance full size or not. I'll give it a quick spray and then I will tell you what I perceive from Le Dispo. And this is Serene Grove. Okay, what's happening now is what I was expecting to smell in Zahi is what I'm smelling here. This is an aromatic green scent. It has the citrus is there, but very green and with a piercing feel of that black currant. And I remember in one video talking about how the black currant leaf can have like this piercing feel. That is what is distinct in this. I just based off a few sprays here wouldn't add this to my collection. It's certainly one of those very green fragrances, and this greenness is very leafy there. Another example I will give here of how leafy this is, like a minty leafiness, even like a tomato leafiness. It's very vivid in that leafiness where you kind of experience that the most, you know, the tang of the black currant leaf, the tang of the mintiness, the tang of the basil, tang of just green, and then everything else is kind of secondary. It does list that carrot note, and maybe it's also a green leafy carroty part of it, because that is what I am getting off this. It's certainly a fragrance I wouldn't run to purchase. I have come across profiles like this before. One being that Pacific Chill by Louis Vuitton, very challenging, you know, start of a summer scent. It is kind of relenting now and kind of softening, but it's the sort of fragrance that maybe you need to be patient, you know, with it, unless you love distinctly green fragrances. So those are my thoughts, guys, on Serene Grove. I don't know who names the Paris Corner fragrances, guys, but ooh. Most of them are named in French and they have these interesting names, but they can come across as tongue twisters to us. The very last one, guys, is also going to be the off that Le Dispo line, but this one is Memories of Summer. This is Le Dispo, Memories of Summer, all right? Memories of Summer. That is a close-up. It's a vial. So I do hope you did see that. Let us spray it here, and then I'm going to tell you what I think about it. Oh, this is an aquatic scent, but it's softer. I love how this one does not have that aromatic thing that I was getting off the others, but this is very familiar, kind of giving me Louis Vuitton's Symphony, one of those very well blended fragrances. And I like how this one is not squishy. It is also one that whose notes are fused to present as one. I think I did see the listing of ginger in this fragrance. I did see the listing of some spices as well as the citruses, but I wouldn't say this is a spiky ginger scent. This is a, you know, citrusy tingy scent. That is not what I'm getting. I'm just getting a fragrance that's presenting everything as one, more leaning towards a softened floral, something that is safe, something that is very elegant to the nose. Certainly one that I may want to add in full size. Beautifully done fragrance. It's not even pushing that citrus, which is something that kind of makes me not or lose interest in some of these summer toned fragrances where they push that citrus agenda. I think this one is beautiful, guys. I would definitely love to add in full size. If I don't, that is because I just have a lot of fragrances, but gorgeous one from the Le Dispo line. Everything there is in tandem. Nothing is competing with anything, and that is a winner for me. So the winners are going to be Le Dispo, Memories of Summer, Papillons, Jardin, this one, and Zahi. Those I will certainly hunt and bring in full size. And of course, that last one that I said is Tola. They featured that one after I'd already gotten this one. So I would love to try that one and bring it to you and share it here. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we discuss more about fragrances. Remember to turn on post notifications. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one. And remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.